Yo, welcome to season 9, episode 6 of the Will Reads. How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Hey.
Mistress Karistovan, Mistress
Oops, sorry.
Arman, and Mistress Juarda will
Oh, somebody's listening ahead.
No,
Come
I closed one program and it just automatically started the Audible.
Audible.
Likely
Sure.
story.
Likely
Just like
story.
read the entire book that I haven't read yet. Which one was it again?
Words of Radiance.
It's been long enough. I got to redo it anyways.
Good.
Don't worry.
Well,
It is what it is. Yeah.
I did
Anyways, no. I read these chapters. That was my preparation for the week. I got in giveaways.
These were good.
These were. I changed my
Spicy.
name. Spicy. The Giggity Reads.
The Giggity Reads. I should have done something funnier, but I just went with Ian.
Yeah, it's all good.
Mine
Ian
is.
worked.
You know what? You know what's great, Chris? I'll save it for when we
Yes.
get to the chapters. I'll save it.
Yeah.
There's
I gotta say
Chanel
that.
in the background.
Hey, girl.
Okay.
This is hey girl.
So other I guess news. We could talk about the TV show. I did. If you guys missed it, I was on Malkier's talk right after on Thursday night. You guys can't watch it because we were completely spoiler full. But because we talked about implications for the end of the books and things like that. But
It's not even the book anymore. I don't care
I
what anybody
know.
says. It's not. The
but
book
we
anymore.
talked about comparing and we talked about how it changes things and yeah.
In
it was
Chanel's mind, there's a way to get back to the book path.
Yeah,
Agree or disagree?
yeah, and I think there might be a way, but I think it's loosely. I mean, and like I said, if you separate from the books, I think it was still a good episode. Going back and reflecting, and especially I went back and like watched some like non-book reader reactions, and they all loved it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
no, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love that episode.
Yeah, the quality was up there.
Absolutely loving this entire season.
I could have just watched like the 30-second blip of Egwene and been like, I'm sold. Love it.
So-
Yeah.
yeah. That kind of like goes back to some of the book stuff when they got to train her and they have her like searching
yeah.
for rocks and stuff. But that, they had her using earth and they
It's like, oh, I
they
can
went
do
more
Earth
into the
stuff.
elemental stuff of it,
Yeah.
but in the books. But that's cool. Yeah, her blowing up Falm and having to win.
That is something, a little plot hole there, gap, if you want to call it that. Like it's focused on elemental in the first couple books, and after that, elemental stuff just kind of went away. They talk about spirit every now and then, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lanfear really
favorite-
felt like Lanfear the latest episode. Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Oh,
know if
yeah.
I
And
mentioned it
season's been
last
great.
time.
Yeah, this season has been great so far.
I wasn't huge how they obviously I had my mental picture of Lanfear, right? So that's going to affect it.
Mhm.
Sure. Everyone
And
does.
the actress they cast, she's very beautiful, of course, but they went with that dark gothic.
They went
beautiful
Trinity,
look.
Matrix 5.
Trinity, yeah, okay, nailed it with that one. That's what it is.
When she's
And
supposed to be
that wasn't my mind's
silver-haired
picture.
and no, she's supposed to
Yeah.
be bright and bubbly,
So-
but dangerous.
No, she
Still
was
works.
pale. She was pale in the books. But, yeah.
Oh.
She
Bright,
was.
pale,
I love.
same word.
Did you see her Tim impression?
No.
They call me
which was
Tim. Just randomly blowing stuff up.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
dying
when-
laughing
when,
in that scene, and I'm watching with somebody. They're like, "Why is this funny?" I was like, "Monty Python."
So, in case you guys did miss it, we were the Malker Talks episode that I was on. One of the big revelations that we had on there was that Barthanos was a dark friend, of course, which he was in the books too. But having him related to Moraine is different from the books. But yeah, yeah, he was a dark friend, and he was trying to give Moraine a sandwich. So we're wondering if the sandwich was poisoned. So then we got to that basically all the dark friends make the dankest sandwiches out there. So we had a whole entire rant about how awesome dark friend sandwiches are. And we would go back and watch the dark friend social on the TV show to see if they all had sandwiches, because that would just nail it if they all had sandwiches.
Alan, I already knew to never eat a sandwich that you prepared. If I was at your house and Happy was like, "Ian, I just made this sandwich. Would you like it?" I'd go, "Yes, absolutely." If I'm sitting down watching something and you hand me a plate with a sandwich on it, I'd be like, "Who made this? Who touched?" You know what? I didn't see the chain going from stove to kitchen to here. I don't want it. Not touching it.
You and my kids. Well, that's they don't. Like Dad makes our mom makes. They just don't. Like, I just want chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A. Okay.
Tainted
Well,
lunch meat.
Me
It's like my
too.
son. I ask him like, "What do you want for dinner?" I want 2 pieces of bread with butter and cinnamon sugar on it. I'm like, that's
Oh,
not
perfect.
dinner.
No, see, he and I
Most
get along.
bad as
together
an
real
adult.
well.
I've done that for dinner on purpose, not because I
want
was
a
poor.
cinnamon
Because
I want a
that's what I
cinnamon
wanted.
sugar.
Especially if you get toast the bread.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it toasted though. He doesn't like it toasted. He doesn't. He just
Oh, he is your son,
Weird.
so there's gonna be something off. Like that's
He wants sugar too with that cinnamon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
see, I don't need
Which
that
actually
sugar 'cause I'm already sweet enough.
he has a loose tooth. right now, so he might lose his tooth tonight or tomorrow. It's wiggling a whole lot.
Did you get him one of those gold bars from Costco?
We had to go
do it
look
the
it
way-
up.
Get
My
the
wife came
gum
downstairs.
wrapper, the foil
Yeah.
gum wrapper. That's how we used to do it.
I was trying to think of like my wife came down. I was like, real talk though, like how much does the tooth fairy pay these days? I was like, I don't know. When we were kids, it was like a quarter. Like, and they're like, it's like I don't know if inflation counts for the tooth fairy. I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I
how-
was to say
so
I'm in
I wouldn't.
competition with their mom, because that's
Oh yeah.
how we jab each other since we're divorced. I'm like, well, I gave
Mm-hmm.
him 20. I gave him 10. No, but it started at 5.
Yeah.
And then accidentally I had to slip a 20 because it's all I had one time.
Well, I
And
googled it and it said like some families give $50 a tooth. I was like, bullshit. We are.
I'd have knocked all my teeth out if you had me a bill for one of them.
You know, I'm gonna be like, look, you see that
All
tooth there?
out.
That's just natural to lose those. You're not getting any money for that.
Yeah.
Go get a job, you bum.
Bum.
But so when you think about it, this is how I thought about it, and this is how I came to 5 initially. Is Tooth Fairy? You get Tooth Fairy money. You want them to be able to do something with it. That's not money where you go and if
called
you
a piggy
save
bank.
all of your Tooth Fairy money in 10 years, you'll be able to buy a candy bar.
Yeah.
No, like you want to be able to sometime that weekend when you're out, be like, hey, let's spend your Tooth Fairy money, and they could go pick something out.
Yeah.
So that's why 5 works. They get
You want
something.
them to buy something sugary so that the next tooth falls out. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
$2.50 is like the going price of our standard candy bar size now.
Yeah.
So
Or take them to the oral hygiene aisle and be like, pick out your favorite Listerine. Yeah.
Good times.
Don't do that.
So yeah, that's my
those of you
personal
in
life.
those of you in the comments talking about the show, I have all the same questions. I don't know that we're gonna have the same battles.
Well, they've hinted to the fight in the sky. I mean, they've been talking about that a lot.
It could be a
But in the books,
metaphor.
everything he hinted at, we would go a different direction.
Yeah, and it could be a metaphor in the show, like where he just fights on top of that tower or something like that. We already talked about that. Like,
Yeah. I
Motherfucking
want to see what it looks like when the
sky.
horn gets blown.
I can go now.
Oh, you haven't
I'll
seen it?
tell you.
you haven't seen it in the in the
I
preview,
got it
like
the other night.
the season.
But I mean, everything to follow.
but if you look at like one of the shots from the preview from the trailer, there I didn't even notice it till we went back and like slow framed it. You see Matt running across a bridge and a bunch of like wispy characters like running behind him. Like and I
So
was like,
there's
oh.
okay. I'd have to go back and look at that because I was also there was a blip where Loyal was talking about how we are the heroes of this age, sort of thing.
Mhm.
And then I think it showed Nynaeve and one of the other characters like in some just badass garb fighting. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wait a minute, does like the blowing of the horn somehow empower our people? Is it like
don't know.
Power Rangers coming together or
That would be dope with your powers
Yeah.
combined.
yeah, or some Captain Planet? Yeah.
We talked about like what do you think the horn's gonna sound like?
It's gonna be that duck you squeeze.
I said it's gonna be a crossover. It's gonna be I was trying to think of like a French horn piece. So it's gonna be the Binary Sunset Star Wars.
Matt's gonna pull it out and he's gonna go. All the heroes come out. La, da, 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 da. And that's what they fight in the sky too. And there's just a montage of people tapping.
It's
And,
gonna be like Shaun the Dead, "Can't Stop Me Now" by Queen. You know, with the pull sticks, like
Oh, yeah.
"Can't Stop Me Now."
Oh,
I'm not talking about show preview stuff. I didn't watch
Tell
the show
Dan-
preview.
oh, we were
Dana,
using our
I'm
imagination.
talking about
No, we're
I'm talking about the
using our
original
imagination.
trailer that came out before the season even started. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I'm talking about. And it
And
had clips from the
I
final
brought in the
episode.
Muppets. So
and we're quite
clearly-
literally talking about the sound of a horn. Yeah, let her know there's no bad stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there might be something. I didn't watch the show preview,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway,
Damn.
Matt's gonna play some big bad voodoo daddy. Zoot
I
Suit
concur.
Riot. Zoot Riot. Cool. Yeah. You guys have anything else personal life going on? I mean, I have a tooth that's not me, but my kid, and that's my entire personal life right now. So
I had so Tuesdays are my therapy days, which is great because Tuesdays I also have this. But today was one of those sessions that was so bad it was good. Sometimes there's some that are so good it's bad. Like you just leave emotionally exhausted. I try to start it with humor. Like it was, she wanted me to give her a few things that I feel like maybe I do differently than other people might want to talk about. And I was kind of joking around about like, how do you receive compliments? She's like, what do you mean? I was like, when like people say something nice about you or to you, like, what do you do with that shit? And I'm trying to be funny. And she's like, what do you think you do with it? I was like, I don't know. I just kind of go, thank you. Like, and then of course, like, we're laughing about it for a little bit. And she drills in. She's like, so what are you thinking as they compliment you? And I was like, well, I guess I'm trying to figure out what their angle is or what do they want. And she's like, oh, we need to talk about that. I was like, no, that's not. I was trying to be funny. Why didn't we just get serious? Why can't I just be
She's
funny?
Gonna fire you.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, you can
like,
find.
so this
you
is
can
what
find some
you
deep
really
stuff
do.
to get into.
So this is what you really do. You just bring up a random thing to hijack the conversation and drive it your way. This is what we need to talk about.
Yeah, that's probably what's in her notes. Be like, this mother effer thinks he's in charge.
Nice.
Next time I bring my whip.
Oh yeah, I did go take a CT scan too last week. That's something new.
For what?
To rule out cancer. They haven't gotten back to me yet what they found, but something was.
At least we know it wasn't a dog that did the.
Yeah. At least they didn't know I left a gerbil in there. But no,
dogs. Well, dogs can't run those machines, but cats can.
Yeah, God, yeah, exactly. But have you ever had one of those before? A CT scan?
I've done MRIs.
So CT, that's the magnet. CT scan, they inject you with like the dye, and you can taste it in your mouth. As soon as they inject it, your saliva changes. You can taste it because all your liquids in your entire body get like dyed iodine in you. So like,
so they inject you with death.
Yeah.
Iodine.
Hook me up with the dye. With the dye. Oh, this is the wrong dye juice.
I thought it was rice. It's ricin. Oh.
Rubs the label. There's some goop on there. Missed that spot. Whoopsie.
It's like there's the famous time where someone tried to assassinate Barack Obama. Did you ever hear that story? How bizarre it was. So this was like back 2000. I can't remember what year it was. During President Obama's administration, there was a guy in Arkansas who was a janitor and an Elvis impersonator, and all of a sudden the FBI raids his house, and they start questioning him, and they're like, "So you need to tell us about the ricin that you mailed to the president?" And he was like, I don't even like rice. Like, I wouldn't do that. Like, that was his answer. And the cops are like, the FBI was like, So they find out that actually this local janitor, who was the school janitor, had beef with the local Taekwondo instructor. So the local Taekwondo instructor had bought on the dark web ricin, and then in his name had mailed it out to all these people, trying to frame him.
Wow.
And I was like,
first off, Taekwondo. Why are you doing that?
Well, hold on.
It's like
how did we escalate to that?
Look it up,
I'm gonna frame you for killing the president. I hate you so much. Like, who jumps to that?
You have to read the
parking spot.
You have to read. Yeah, it's something
They're
like that.
Both
you have to read
Elvis impersonators, and he jacked his spot.
Yeah, you have to read the whole story because it's the most bizarre, funniest, like randomness in the entire world. Just like
I want to know: did they brief Barack Obama on that afterwards? And then two, is there a video of Barack Obama like dying laughing as he hears this? Because as serious as that man is,
Ricin was sent. Yeah, but Ricin was sent to the White House, so they intercepted it. So that was serious, but no one died.
The janitor Taekwondo.
One attempt was made April 13th when a letter laced with ricin, a deadly poison, was sent to President Barack Obama along with other government officials. Another attempt was made in June of that same year, the exact same way, by an actress.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
But it's like the most bizarre
at least
thing.
Be original.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh.
Anywho,
So yeah, so I got dye injected into me. So just death injected into me. It was really weird, but
Cool.
I still haven't got results back, so I have no idea. So I might be dying. We'll see. I'll let you guys know next week. Next week on the Will Reads.
Will we have a host? Oh man, I went
so-
down a rabbit hole. I don't need to go down. Let me go
Yeah,
back.
it's quite the rabbit hole.
Ian, how's your day? How was your week?
good man. Ups, downs. Y'all caught me on an up tonight. Last night
That's
was, I don't know, rough. I go back and forth.
Okay.
That's life. I feel you.
But when the rough hits, I just kind of sit with it. I don't freak out. I'm more confident the good days are coming after. So, just roll with it.
Cool.
Good.
What about you, Chris? What's going on in your world?
It's been busy. Work is crazy. Like more responsibilities, same amount of pay. They're cutting people, but we're on a hiring freeze, but we need more employees, but we're cutting people. But we're trying to hire people. It's a confusing
In this
world.
economy?
In this economy, it's a confusing world. I'm telling you. I just don't get it. Somebody even mentioned to me the other day they're trying to get rid of the dollar and go to the standard something or another. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. I mean, they're trying to get rid of the. They were talking about getting rid of the penny for years, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, they're talking about getting rid of the dollar and going completely like digital money, like going like all cards. But there's so much pushback on that.
Around. Yeah,
That's probably inevitable, but not anytime soon.
No.
There's still too many Greeks and Russians and people that deal only with cash. Like
Yep,
if you go
have
to a
a
local
ton of
Greek
it.
restaurant, they refuse to take any credit cards at all because they're not paying merchant services
Yeah.
crap.
Correct.
If you do that, you're going to force a new black market. You're going to force people trading goods.
Well, it's
3
gonna be
of my
right
chickens
there,
for 2 of your pigs, or you'll have somebody in neighborhoods keeping ledgers on trades and stuff because not everybody's going to.
They talked about this there a few years.
I can say I'm surprised I still have a job because I've been bucking hard on the system because I'm at that point where I'm like, you know what? I let you take advantage of me for the first 2 quarters just because I'm like, I'm here, I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to be the best I can be, but after a while, I start to let you know how I feel about things. I do it in a very diplomatic way, and I'm really kind about it. And then you don't listen, and that's when you flip my switch.
Mm.
And when my switch gets flipped, then all hell breaks loose. And so, and apparently my like feelings and emotions are pervasive and are picked up on or felt by everyone around. So, needless to say. It's been interesting.
Chris is going to be like leading some like sit down or strike, just impromptu, some sit in.
I really want to. Like I was thinking the other day, it's too bad we're not unionized.
Yeah,
it's too bad we are at a for-hire state because if we were unionized, I'd be like, guys, I got all the time in the world. We're on strike.
Go on strike.
No. Anyway.
Yeah. One more positive thing for extra money. I've been door dashing lately, and I average between 20 25
I thought you were going to go somewhere else there, but okay, cool.
No, I'm getting a little too old for that. Well, I've had offers. It's strange.
I was about to say you're starting to look really good. The abs are coming back.
Yeah,
I've seen
exactly.
pictures. Like
I get more cat calling when I have like a moderate dad bod. Like when I got the full on abs, I get more people rolling their eyes. But when there's the little bit of pudge, but you can tell there's muscles under it, more people get excited about that. It's weird.
You're there. You're in that zone where you could do a cut and be
the
ripped
beard
in like
sells
2 weeks. Exactly. And I thought you had to get rid of that. Thought we had a date with
October 14th. So
okay.
the 13th, I'll shave it. But anyways, tonight I did 1 hour before coming back to do this, and I made $35 in 1 hour. That's the best hour I've had.
That's the best
and
hour
IRS, if you're listening, no, I'm not going to report that shit.
I didn't make shit.
Come at me because my car broke down and I had to put gas in it and the mileage and the windshield washer fluid, and I lost money on this job.
Yeah. Right off.
Correct.
Anyways, so you guys ready?
Chapter
Yeah.
do it.
Chapter 11, the ideas of importance.
I'm gonna
there
do
yet.
that every so often, just because.
So this version of Rand is this who the girl saw
burning
last
in
chapter
my soul.
Yeah.
or last
this is-
episode?
Reaching
Yeah, this
up
is
to
it.
a pitch and it's breaking me up.
How did we not guess
Ooh.
that, Chris? That it was just simply Rand kind of disguising himself.
Wait, when? Oh, he was in the shadows? What are you talking about?
Well, that's what I was asking. Is this? Well, it kind of sounds description-wise like this is who the girl saw in the last episode.
Oh, in the dream world?
No.
No, not a perfect matchup. Okay, I thought you confirmed it. I guess not.
No.
No, I know.
Okay.
Yeah. it's
This
not
guy looked like Rand, but just taller. This is Rand's uncle, father,
Gotcha.
brother, cousin, son. Like,
Okay.
it could be his
Yeah,
dad.
Yeah.
Let's make it his Rand's
Anyway.
dad. It was Rand's dad last episode.
Tam.
No, his real dad.
real
You can
dad.
put that in the prediction.
yield.
Drama. Okay. All right. Tell you what. Cut that out, Alan. Start over again. What chapter are we on?
All right. Hold on. Give me a second. And sorry, everybody. Start the episode over.
Don't actually cut it.
Oh, sorry. Rand steps out of the gateway in a storeroom. He's in the royal palace of Camelin, and he's wearing a really cool disguise where he looks like an awesome dude that
Uh-huh.
has a wart on his nose and like dirty hair, but he's with Min, who's like dressed up, and
Yeah.
so that's
He
where we
looks
are.
like a commoner, and she looks like
Like,
a queen.
yeah,
What if you're reading this book because you're into fantasy, and as you're reading this description of who Rand's trying to look like that's you, and then everybody's reaction to him is like, "Oh, foul beast, get away from me!" Like I can picture there's a couple people out there crying as they read this, like they even hit me in the books. Anyways,
yeah. So,
Rand's really Rand is literally leaning a lot on his Taviran-ness lately.
Mhm.
He's like, that's what it means to be Taviran. I am so Taviran. I didn't kill a person when I warped into the hallway because I'm Taviran. I did destroy property, but I'm Taviran.
is it? But if he's trusting it too much just because it seems to be working, but he doesn't know how to control it or doesn't know why it's working, that's still a little dangerous. I don't get the feeling that he feels like he could control it. I think
I
he's
laugh
just
in
trusting
the
it
face of
more.
danger. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Yeah.
And Zul, yes, I do know this. We know it's not his dad.
Yeah, so Rand acting like a serpent. He's has a bulbous nose, the word on it, and then looks like a homeless guy. And they run right into Mistress Harfor.
Wait, she changed her name to Latrina? Yeah, it used to be Shithouse. Sorry, you talked about the wart, and that just popped in my head.
Yeah. Perfect.
Here
So
Rand is trying to avoid people, and all of a sudden he runs into the one person he definitely does not want to see,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
I think is hilarious.
Taviran.
Exactly. Nothing
He
quite
Taviran
goes
the
his way
shit out of
this
that.
chapter. Period.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that, and we'll get there, but there's a back and forth with Min, and he's being stick to the plan, not going to talk to these people, not going to talk to that person. Like, this is what we're going to do. And even as this is unfolding, I'm like, does he know Min? Has he not been paying attention? Like,
Yeah.
does he know
Does he
any
know
of the women
himself?
that he's dealt with at all in these books?
Oh, he's about to know him.
He's a oh shit!
Spoiler alert.
So, so talks to Mistress Harfor. Min immediately goes in talking like, so I'm here to see Nynaeve. This guy has a message for her. He asked me to bring him here, so that's why we're here. And she's like, I guess I'll go get him. There's 5 Aes Sedai in the palace, and Rand's just like, Aes Sedai. Ain't 5 Aes Sedai. If I count Nynaeve and Elena's Aes Sedai, maybe 3 at best.
Yeah.
Very full of himself. That part, it just goes to show how disconnected he's been with his friends. They have been putting major things into motion, all to his benefit, and he has zero clue exactly what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah. So, Anything from this whole scene that you guys want to talk about before we switch to Nynaeve's point of view?
I mean, you continually get men like you need to see Avienda, you need to see Elaine, we need to have this conversation. Like, this has to happen. He's like, nope, can't happen. Not ready for it.
No,
nope,
no time.
never.
Yeah.
Business
Nope, no
only.
time. I don't want them
Yeah.
close to me.
He just wants to see Matt and Nynaeve. Of course, Matt's not there, but he
Yeah.
doesn't know that.
What's great is,
Again.
Min had this planned to dip out on him.
Oh yeah.
She put two and two together. She's like, well, if he's in disguise and I'm the one who's got to get him in, I'm the one in control. So she immediately hands him off and is like, all right, I got shit to do. Peace. And she knows Rand can't do anything to stop her. It'll blow his cover. So Min is potentially getting a vote for me as favorite.
Oh, she
character
flat
just for
out-
that alone.
Could you show him to her rooms, Mistress Harfor? I have another errand to run before I go. You mind your manners now, Newly, and do what you're told.
It's like, what kind of name is that? What is this?
Yeah, that's
And
the
then
other
poof, she's
question mark.
Noodly. His nickname.
Ran
Yeah,
like
you
jaw
meet this,
drop.
yeah. You always meet this sort of people that nickname everyone. Ian used to be that person that nicknamed everyone. You are Meatwad.
That'll never stick. Everybody chants, Meatwad,
What?
Meatwad. Here at Echo across campus. He's like, son of a.
Ugh. Anyway, so Nynaeve's point of view. So Nynaeve's stuck teaching the Sea Folk Windfinders again.
Teaching. You gotta, put some asterisks on there?
There's air quotes. There's air quotes.
It's a
Yeah.
unique.
I mean, to be fair,
teacher-student
she
relationship.
was teaching this go around.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, don't have in your mind, if you're listening to this, don't have in your mind it's the traditional teacher-student relationship.
Right.
This one is a student-led relationship. It's interesting.
Yeah, teaches them how to make a shield pretty easily, and then they turn around like, "Well, let's try it on you." Got the teacher.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, at first, she's like, petty, thrust.
Fast.
The student's like, okay, I see what you did there.
Yeah, she's like, it's like wrestling. She used your power against you. So I never really thought about the channeling and the source being, literally like strands until the show.
Mhm.
And now they're literally showing it kind of being that way. It's almost like an extension of yourself, and you can move them and manipulate how the flows flow.
And there's something physical so they can interact with each other. So you could go around
Yeah.
somebody's weave. You can like make contact with somebody's weave and change where their weave is going. So there's a physical presence to the weaves.
So it makes me wonder, like, I know I'm jumping ahead with the soft spot that was found when shielded. Will they find a way to unlock or break that?
Well, you remember Rand getting out of his? The description wasn't too different.
Yeah. Trying to feel around.
Remember, like
Yeah.
he eventually got his way in like some sort of crack or crevice in it, but it
he
started
focused on the
with a-
hard spots where she was focusing on the soft spots. And
Yeah.
and Luz had told Rand, you'll never be able to break the soft spots. Because it's just slippery. You won't be able to
Yeah,
grab
yeah.
onto it. You have to find. So she
Right, and
was
that was her
she was
problem.
doing the right thing by delving and looking for stuff. She was looking for the wrong thing.
Right.
Ooh.
But I caught on to that. It was very similar in what they were
Yeah.
feeling when they were trying to touch the shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she tries with all her might, can't break it because obviously she's trying to break it through the soft spots, and that doesn't work. We learned that from when Rand was in a box.
Yeah.
And it was female shields, so same
It's the same thing.
But yeah, eventually after Nynaeve goes sweaty trying to break it, they like, okay, I guess she really was trying. Yeah, and they also meet a captured Sanchin Damane, who is extraordinarily strong with one power. Her name's Alvia, which people were wanting to show if that's the little small, the young girl in the show or not, but that's going to end up being her. But
Waffo.
Raffo, I don't know.
Mm,
Raffo.
she's gonna be a problem. That's what she's gonna be. I have a feeling.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. but she has come to tell Nynaeve Mrs. Corley would like to see her for dinner.
Pass.
Yeah, pass all that stuff. Yeah, we can.
Yes. No, I'm saying
Pass.
that was Nynaeve's initial reation. Like,
Oh yeah,
I don't know if I,
we can.
I got time in my schedule for that.
Yeah,
Sean Chan lady's
she's
like, it's not my place to like tell you, but if I could give you a little, I don't think it was an invitation like that you say no to. You know,
yeah.
she was asking, but no, she wasn't
I
asking.
mean, it's just like the Windfinders to, this kind of the same instance where Nynaeve was told that she was going to be teaching the next lesson, and Nynaeve was told to go again. And Nynaeve, she's being, told a lot of things, even though she's top Aes Sedai in the room. So I'm surprised she's getting pushed around so easily, or they're attempting to push her around so easily.
It's a good setup for what's to come, though. I know in this podcast we don't normally jump around, but it makes it an easier pill to swallow when she's like, "Oh, Rand, you want me to go with you?" Okay, because she's probably frustrated with everything they have her doing there. She's not really in a leadership position, even though she's the head Aes Sedai. Like, she's getting used up there for stuff she's not enjoying. So when Rand's like, "Side quest," she's like, "Fuck yes, side quest. Let's go level up together."
That leaves Elaine a little vulnerable, though.
Yeah, especially with Avienda there, I've rarely felt a lot of worry for Elaine. And maybe I should. I mean, I know I've talked about how she needs to watch her back. She's got a target on her and everything. But between Avienda and Brigitte now, like,
one would hope.
How much more protected can she be?
I mean, Nynaeve is super strong in the one power and gets respect.
I think at times, like, their infighting and power struggles is more of a distraction than anything. So I feel you. Maybe not the best time to leave your friend like that.
And she knows plants better, poison and all.
Well, that's already come in handy.
Yeah.
True.
So just a quick break. I'm really excited about this because I've never had it before.
Is this our new sponsor?
It's
I wish. It's the Last Leaf. It is a Star Hill, a new fall brew they have called the Last Leaf. It's a maple brown ale. So I'm excited about it. Oh wow, the maple flip. Yeah, it's very syrupy. That tastes like pancake syrup.
They poured a ton of syrup in there and put a little alcohol.
Yeah, it tastes like a drinking maple
It's syrup with a shot of whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah. That is
Saying
that's
the
maple.
Last Leaf though is like an underlying like threat when you consider the way of the leaf. Like the Last Leaf, that's like this is your last chance for this to end peacefully when this leaf is gone.
Who was it on Discord? Who was in Discord that shared? Is it Kitty Chicky Cat that shared the thing on in Patreon about the tree cut down in England?
Oh, at Hadrian's Wall. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I went down a
Ah.
rabbit hole looking into that. That's so
But did you see what was shared on our Discord?
Oh no,
No,
what'd you
I
say?
did not.
So this was a random, like, it had nothing to do with Wheel of Time, but it was shared on like a random Reddit post about the news, and it was like someone is commenting like, think of the billions and billions of people that have, of that tree that have lived through the lifespan of this tree, and some little asshole cuts down it, blah blah. May they never find peace, and so does may they never find shade. Bro went Aiel on his ass. Till water's gone, till shade is gone, till he spit in Spite Blinder's eye to the last day.
Oh, wow.
The thread just went
That's awesome.
like not in a Wheel of Time like set part of Reddit. Like it's just random Wheel of Time fan sightings. That's great. But cutting on a tree is really appropriate. Hence the start of the Aiel war. Yeah, cutting on a tree. Yeah, till shade is gone.
Hey, does that mean we're trendy now? Wait, if we're the cool kids, are we supposed to avoid us? Do we
So
avoid ourselves
apparently,
now?
Wheel of Time's like the number 2 searched fantasy show right behind Game of Thrones.
I believe it. I'm a part of a group on Facebook, and like everybody is now reading the first book. So of course I threw our podcast at them a few times, and
Yeah.
I mentioned it to you last go around. So
The website works now. All right.
Yay, the website. Hey, and what's with Amazon not catching a clue? The last couple times I watched a Wheel of Time episode, as it was finishing, it had this little question like, "Are you enjoying the Wheel of Time?" Yes, thumbs up, no thumbs down. I'm like, fucker, the moment it drops, I hit play every single time. Why do you need to ask me this question? Like, do you think I can't stand it and I just really hate myself? Well, no, that could be it. Maybe I can't stand it and I really hate myself.
and
Fair
I
question, Amazon.
saw a casting for the Mistborn.
Wait,
There's
for
an announcement
Mistborn?
that they are casting for Mistborn.
I didn't see this. I thought they put that on hold.
I did too.
Chris
Maybe
knows
that's
something you
this.
don't know. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Chris knows something you don't know. Oh, doo-dah day.
I thought Sanderson said they put it on hold. The casting? Let's see.
Fandom is blowing up. This is true.
Mhm.
I do run into more and more people that
One
know
day
about
ago,
it.
casting for the Mistborn fantasy series is a live action movie.
Oh, that's a movie.
Screen Rant is talking all about it.
On screen. Okay. You know what? I'm here for it. Mistborn's amazing. Anyway, cool.
Yes. Anyway,
Yeah.
Wizwee is Alan.
Where's we is? We were talking about the Damane and sent out the invitation, and then when the Chanchan woman leaves, that's when Talon comes up to Nynaeve and is like, "Yeah, so the way the Sea Folk work, it doesn't matter how strong I am, I'm never gonna be shit. So like, I kind of want to go to the White Tower and become Aes Sedai. I think that's cool because
Yeah.
we learned a little bit about like how like the Sea Folk and also the kin are the same way. Like, ability does not necessarily mean, and the Aiel's the same way with the Wise Woman's. Like, it's only Aes Sedai that kind of like ability, lets you rise faster in the ranks.
Yeah.
Whereas all these other, societies, whether it's the kin, the wise ones, or the sea folk, it's not ability that gives you anything. Whether it's the kin that's age that is, or the wise one that's not necessarily age, but just wisdom, I guess, maybe. I don't know how the Giotto.
And conspiracy, that is a governing philosophy that was put in place by original Black Aja, a Forsaken, the Dark One himself. It is so that the most powerful within the Aes Sedai, whom they were trying to control, rise to the top, and then they can better control them.
Conspiracy. Are we talking about ravens? Conspiracy
What?
ravens? Isn't a group of ravens called a conspiracy?
Oh yeah,
oh yeah, it is.
now it's a murder.
Do you know what a group of pandas are called? I learned this the other day. That was hilarious.
What?
Not in the USA.
No, a group of it's called an embarrassment.
That's about right.
Embarrassment of pandas. I think it's hilarious. Anyway,
so now when people yell at me, Ian, you're an embarrassment, I can smile and think they think I'm a group of pandas.
pandas.
I think you're pretty special too, guys. My family was like, "This is an intervention. Take it seriously."
Have a good night.
Good night.
Yeah, good night. We'll just end it here. Keith, good idea. We're done. Good night.
Yeah, good night. Nynaeve, talks to her about the whole thing with Aes Sedai and the tower and Sea Folk and blah blah all that stuff. Talon thanks her and runs off. Anything from all that? I mean, I kind of breezed over it, but get to the meat and potatoes.
There's really nothing there.
I just get excited when we get introduced to channelers that Jordan makes it a point to note that they're like wicked powerful. And I'm like, gosh, I hope they're all together in one big badass battle.
That lasts longer than Harry Potter.
A book.
Yeah. I
Called
feel
The Last
like there's a
Battle.
chance that might happen. Yeah, I've read some books and chapter titles. We might get
There's something called The Last Battle. Anyway, so Land catches
so
up.
jump into the show though. It's somewhat on topic to what I was just saying. So twice now they've really wowed me with how they displayed people's power. In the first season, it was Nynaeve healing everybody. And then this season, now we got Egwene just doing that air blast. And it was
the
like
Dementor attack.
well, yep. I mean, just and this is just little flashes of use of power. So
Correct.
my mind's already going to the end of the series. If they take it all the way to the end of the books, which why wouldn't they, right? Like when
Yeah.
there's some fantastic, just crazy fighting going on, and you have all these people that are super powerful, just going nuts with how they display their power. I just can't wait to see that. I'll probably have an epileptic seizure watching it, but I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited too. It's going to be
Yeah.
fun, depending on how they. Because I mean, right now the major battles. I mean, Falm's really the first big battle in the books. It is the first big battle in the books.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A great hunt, and then you have Dumai's Wells,
right.
which we've had. Which then you have a couple other ones, but then the last battle, which is
Yeah.
we'll get there. We'll get there. Which is exhausting, but it's so exciting to read, and we'll figure out how to do it. By the way, I know I shared this with you guys. We need to figure out how we're going to do Crossroad of Twilight because definitely Allie and Gus from the Wheel Takes did it awesomely. This book right here, The Crossroad of Twilight, it is basically just Winter's Heart told again from different point of views. So,
Ooh.
so what they did was they just read the whole entire book and did like a mega episode. Just for
Sometimes when you get chapters like that where you redo a short storyline from different point of views, sometimes it's very cool. But a whole book of nothing. from
I
another
mean,
point
there
of view?
is new stuff in it too, but it's
Well, I guess they
nothing
did it with
new.
Ender's Game and Ender's Shadow.
Yeah, this
that
is
was
most
neat.
people's least favorite book, including mine.
Well, I'm committed to loving it then
Okay.
because that book needs love too.
Okay.
One chapter at a time, Alan.
One chapter at a time. How many chapters in this book? how many weeks are we going to be in this book? There are only 30 chapters. So that's 30 weeks. That's still a long time.
I will show it some love. Anybody else
Okay.
out there committed to helping me love
You
that
can do
book?
it 3 chapters at a time and get it done in 10 weeks.
Four is a nice round number.
Yeah, the
5 is
battle.
great because in German 5 is Fünf, and that's hilarious.
Yeah, the battle for Kyron in book 5 is a good battle. Also, the battle of the Two Rivers with Perrin. There's a lot of good battles in this.
Yeah.
They need to up their budget though, not do these little small battles. They need lots of extras, lots and lots of people.
I need it to look
Yeah,
my
that's fine.
my imagination. Speaking of which, the way Rand looks.
So, yeah. So land catches
No, but
up
I
to
got
them.
one more.
Okay. So
Do
land
you want to go or
catches
should
up.
I go? Who's gonna go?
Go ahead, Ian. Go ahead. Keep on interrupting.
Okay, no, I'm done.
We'll just
Sorry.
do- okay. I knew what you were doing. Land catches up to to Nynaeve, and he seems to be in a bad mood.
Pitches
And
are
just
cut.
around the same time, Mistress Hoffer shows up with this fellow that Nynaeve doesn't know.
Right.
But he knows
Yeah.
the secret
Pardon,
passwords.
Mistress. Mistress Thane said you wanted to see me right away. Women's circle business. She said something about something.
Sin
Oh,
Bui.
Simbui.
Bui. Thank you. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Men don't know shit about the women's circle.
Yeah.
How do you even know those names? I don't know you. You're too ugly. I mean, I've never seen a person like you before.
Yeah. Nynaeve tells Mistress Hoffer to leave, and then Rand immediately drops his disguise like, "Hey, it's me."
Well, first Lamb pulls the sword and she embraces the source, like, all
Yeah.
right, let's
Let's
fight.
go. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna jump right to that. Lan never drops his defensive posture
hmm
and is locking solid eye contact with Rand, and Rand isn't offended by it. He understands why Lan is doing it and isn't even
Mhm.
mad.
Yep.
There's a certain level of understanding between those two where Land's like, I get it, you got to go where you got to go and become what you got to become, but don't fuck with my people. I will.
hmm
I don't care how powerful you get. I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah.
And Rand's not mad about it. He's like, I respect it. There was respect there.
I think he's grateful for it because Land's doing what he can't do.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yes. I didn't even think of that.
Like he's protecting them for him.
Nail
Lance
on the
the man.
head,
Lance the man.
bro. You're gonna make me.
Always and
You're
forever.
gonna make me cry.
Does he even know they're married yet?
I don't
No,
think
I
so.
don't-
No, he doesn't know
Rand-
anything. He doesn't know anything. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
clearly,
Rand-
the more he talks, the more we realize he knows
Yeah.
nothing about
'cause he's just
anybody.
like, because he just goes on like immediately into attack mode. Like, what's this about you still calling yourself an Aes Sedai, like going around saying you're Aes Sedai? This needs to stop. And she goes,
She's like,
no,
"I
and it was
am."
Land. Land was like, it's because she is an Aes
She is
Sedai, bro.
Sedai. Yeah. Like
for real.
Egwene's the Emlyn seat now. Like, not that puppet, or not that.
Well, he's like,
usurper.
yeah, who would think
Elida.
30 random people would decide to go against Elida? It's hundreds now, soon to be thousands when we add this other group in. Like we have an army to
Yeah.
come help you out, you dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where have you been? What rock
Yeah.
are you hiding under?
We have an entire army. We're marching on Lida right now, and Egwene's at the head of it. She's the Armland now.
Yeah, and Matt's with her.
Yeah.
And Nynaeve's like, oh, about that. Is it
Matt's army might be with her.
We kind of lost Matt.
his other army is squished next to the other army underneath some
Yeah.
rocks.
Is he
Yeah, but then Rand does stumble, and Nynaeve immediately goes and sees what's wrong. It's like,
Oh.
She immediately like puts
She had
the
a Peter
healing
Griffin
on.
moment.
that looks like it hurts.
She's like, both of them. Like, how do you get yourself in these situations? She's like, there's no amount of healing I could do that's gonna help you.
Mhm.
I'll give you. I'll relax your nausea and your headache. Here you go. Now go suffer in the corner.
But that thing you got going on there,
Mhm.
She's
That ain't
nasty.
Well,
good.
she said there was even a ward
yeah.
to
About it.
pretty much ward her off. Like, don't try this. Don't attempt it. Leave it alone.
Well, because that's what they tied it off to keep him from attacking, because they were killing them because they're
Yeah.
two different evils, and they tied them
Yeah.
off to. Don't mess with
Cat
it.
swing.
Slow down the whatever's going on.
Yeah, whatever's going on there. But then Rand reveals why he's really there. He's like, so, you see this cool little statue? You see the second cool little statue? Well, I can use one of them. Maybe you can use one of them.
Now
and
hold
then
on.
we can.
Where are you going to take Chris and I for our steak dinner? Because when
Why?
we first ran into these statues and learned that there was two, one that would be channeled by male, one by female, we said Rand and Nynaeve. That's the plan.
We're
I
gonna.
guess
Western
we still got to
Sizzler.
wait and see.
We're gonna Western Sizzler. You know, all you can eat steak buffet.
You can take us to Golden Corral for steak night.
Steak and shake. We're going
do
to
a
steak and
steak
shake drive to the drive-through. We're not even going
Oh,
inside,
yeah.
guys. We're gonna
Yeah.
go to the drive-through. You can order.
It could be a Hardee's country fried steak biscuit.
Mm.
Like that's good.
Ooh,
Those
yeah.
are
Yeah, those are
Those are delicious.
I haven't had one of those in since high school.
The best hangover meal.
I
If you're
know.
hungover,
They're so
get
horrible.
greasy
They're
hash browns.
So horrible.
and a country fried steak and egg biscuit from Hardee's.
They're so horrible
So
for you.
good. Are they
Just
And
yeah, it's
I just
fried steak with egg on
deep
top
fried
I
Right?
love fried
with
steak.
a buttery
Yeah,
biscuit.
fried
with a butter.
egg and buttery
Oh.
biscuits. Dana
I-
says, though, technically it has not happened yet. No steak for us.
Right, that's true. And
Just talking about it.
could be totally wrong, but it's Rand's plan. I like that. What I thought was going to happen is what Rand came up with as a plan. That's already a small victory. But you're right.
Is that
it hasn't
good
happened
for
yet.
us or bad for us?
I don't know.
It's it's gonna be a twist.
It's gonna cleanse the taint.
No, what
That's
I'm
what he's trying
saying
to do.
is the fact that we could think the same way as Rand. Is
Oh,
that a
yeah.
good thing or a bad thing?
I've tried to be very open about my craziness. I know I'm not
Yeah.
sharing everything, but I'm not hiding
I
much
waited
either.
right till after Chanel said I'd do. And then I let it all hang out.
As I tell my wife often, I gave her two opportunities to say no. She said yes twice. So
Yeah, there you go.
I asked her, "Will you marry me?" She said yes. And at the altar, I asked her again, and she said, "I do." So I said, "That's on you
Okay.
now."
Yeah. Fool me once.
Fool
shame
me
on
once.
you.
Yeah, there it is.
I gave you
Fool
two
me
opportunities to
twice.
say no.
Yeah.
Fool me 3 times.
You're
Shame
stuck.
back on me. I should have seen that coming. That was
Yeah.
Give you two
fool
opportunities.
me 4 times. Shame on you. You're taking advantage of me. I can't even stand up for myself.
How many kids does Alan have?
How many kids does Ian have?
Oh, shame.
So far.
Shame.
And that we know of.
And no, we
That
don't.
There's
part.
still that one in
yeah,
Katy,
it's-
Texas.
Oh,
Probably.
We're not gonna talk about Thailand.
Mine was Rome. So Different.
Rome, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, different. Same, but different. So yeah, so two of the most powerful sangreal ever created. And Land just immediately was like, I mean, if they're that powerful, wouldn't they already did this in the Age of Legends? Like when they're like super good at this stuff. Like,
Rand's like,
Rand, is
shut
this gonna
up.
work? Or are you just gonna get my girl killed? And Rand's
Gosh.
like, I don't really know what's gonna happen, but we gotta try, and this is my best bet, so we're gonna do it. Rand's
And I feel like
don't
Nynaeve of all of them, Nynaeve's the one to be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Super
That was the weird
powerful-
part about it.
powerful channeling stuff.
Was that
Okay.
Severin, or was that just her going, I need to change the scenery? Let's do this. I need adventure. Let's go.
A little of both, and Nynaeve still has in her, you know, she's gotten through this channeling block. Yeah, she's lovey-dovey with Lan, but she's still trying to figure out who she is, what her role is, and still feels this need to prove herself. So if she's shown an opportunity to do something that, you know, even apparently they couldn't figure out, in
So
the
if
Age
she
of
can help
Legends,
Tan wash the taint, she'd be phenomenal.
yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, why?
Rand-
I mean, they're going to do the most badass thing that's been done in a very long time. It takes a man and a woman, at least that we know of, and she's going to be the
And it's-
woman. She's all
It's
in.
been what It's been 3,000 years, right? That's
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
That's a long time for the taint not to be cleaned. I mean, that's. Could you imagine?
It's got to be raunchy.
I mean, you guys need some powerful magic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Although, have you seen those videos of like people cleaning really old cast iron, or like, you know, how to clean that brown sludge off the bottom of your fry pans, and they got like
I
10
know
different
it's
chemicals and-
disgusting, but it's like kind of like I just get whenever I see them, I can't look away, but it's like so gross. But like, you ever seen like the really nasty ear cleaning like videos, like where they?
Oh yeah.
It's so gross. Like, how'd you let it get to that point? It's so gross.
I remember in high school one time Alan took his socks off, and I was like, "Ah!"
Also, a monster zit in middle high school class too. That I started laughing so hard that it actually just exploded in the
All on
that was-
itself.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yep.
My
It's
my
a-
brother was that one where they thought he was going. We literally thought he was going deaf. No shitting you. Never had any hearing problems. Did not have the earaches like we had. And then, you know,
Because it was sealed
progressively-
off.
Progressively, it was getting worse and worse and worse. And my mom finally took it to the doctor after the teacher started complaining. And the
Yeah.
guy goes with his scope and he's like, "Oh." My mom's like, "Oh." He's like, "Yeah, does your son use Q-tips?" She's like, "Yeah."
He's just pushing it in.
He's not like going around in a circle and getting it out. He's just packing it
Just packing it.
with Q-tips every night.
He's churning butter in there.
They pull out this little hook thing, and it's just like, and then
So
like,
gross.
oh man,
Uh,
do not let your children use Q-tips.
yeah.
I use them every night, but I use them responsibly.
Mine do. I know they say don't, but mine, and they're like me. Every time I shower or get out of the pool, every time I'm wet, I've got to Q-tip my ears. But they have very big ear canals like I do. So we're probably less prone to the issues.
Yeah.
So back to where we were.
Back to where we were. So we're in the chapter. I mean, that's it. That's how we end this chapter.
Ta-da!
With gross ears and taint.
Yeah. Then we jump right into the next chapter.
Nynaeve, you want to clean some taint? Yeah, taint. Let's do it. This place blows. Let's go clean some taint.
Yeah. So next chapter, chapter 12, A Lily in Winter.
Oh,
Rand bloody thinks he knows best for everybody. Al Thor.
Yep.
I love that. Elaine
Yeah.
is heated. She's upset. She's
Mhm.
storming on her way.
She's on her way to go see Rand, and she's angry. He's trying to sneak out again without even seeing him.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
funnier now having read the whole chapter when you know what her end game is here. She's stomping and angry and mad, and she just wants to jump his bones.
Makeup sex before they even have sex.
Yeah.
First things
Yeah.
first, We're all in this together. Second, everybody else get out. Boom. That's the chapter. And then everybody feels it. Okay,
Yeah.
So that might be the best part.
That-
We'll
Everybody
get there.
got
We'll
out.
get there. We'll get there. Hey, don't jump ahead too fast.
First
Yeah.
and foremost, Avienda at first straight up asked Min, like, did you lie to him? Like giving her a disappointing look, like, I'm gonna slice you if you lied to him, or you're gonna have toe. Min's like, no, I didn't lie. I just left.
Yeah.
I just did what I had to do.
I just did what I had to do. You guys need to see him. We need to get this out in the open. We need to get this over with. So let's do it.
Yep. So stomp down, they arrive in Nynaeve and Lan's quarters. Yeah. Alan orders the guards to stand aside, and let no one else in. And the three women go and confront Rand. Which Nynaeve's right there, like the little old lady. They're like, oh, you said what? It's a nice little cute scene. Because Rand
Yeah.
confesses his love for all three of them, and she's like, apologize right now, Lan. And
You
immediately
don't
the girl's
say
like,
that to three
yeah,
women.
but we all love you too. Like, wait, what's going on here?
Yeah. If you like, I tried a couple times to put myself in Rand's shoes, and there's no way. There's no way like you trust or believe, or it just no. There's no way this happens. I don't care how
weird.
Taviran he is. No.
I mean, so at first they're like, he's word vomiting all the things he's worried and concerned about. He's trying to like pull them away from the obvious. And they're all like, do you think we don't know the fear? Do you think we're afraid? Are you calling us wimps? Like, and then, like you said, he flat out is just like, look, I love you all. I can't help it. Love you all equally. It is just the way it is. I think that's possible. I mean, I've loved many women equally. I feel like
Sure,
I've
but them
had-
all being there and then them going, no, we get it. Might be a little awkward, but we
He's
talked about it
Dominican.
and we're all down. Yeah.
He's Dominican. They do that.
It's true. Those guys are different though.
They are different.
That's the whole.
They can dance the circle around anyone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really do think they can handle 3 women at one time. I haven't tried.
I don't even.
I don't know that I could. Not emotionally or mentally. Physically, I think I'd be all right.
As long as I could like take breaks for like a bowl of cereal or pancakes or something to get
But
my
see,
energy up.
Rand gets the ultimate cheat code. Think
on.
about it.
Are we talking about Taviran again?
Always knows what they're thinking about by the end of this chapter.
Oh yeah.
He always knows how
Yeah.
they're feeling. Ultimate cheat code. It's not
Oh, yeah.
fair.
True.
It could be bad though. Like, what if just because of circumstances, he's loving one more than the others? Like, at first they'll be like, "Oh, that's okay," and they'll be like, "Oh, they're doing it again." And the third
Yeah.
time, like, "Wait, her again? Like, what about me?"
Yeah.
I can see that being an issue.
Well, Elaine kind of breaks it down. It's like, hey, we're gonna all bond you as their warder. And Rand's like, I don't think it's a good idea. Plus, Min can even channel, so like, how's this even gonna work? And then thirdly,
Already bonded.
already bonded. Yeah, by
Yes,
the
my will.
way, sorry. Already happened.
Of course, all the girls are like, well, "You didn't tell us. I'll cut her. I'll slice her when I get my hands on her. Meh, how dare she?"
But then finally gives in. Is like, okay, fine. After much discussion, there is a little bit of back and forth there, but it doesn't last long.
I don't even really call it discussion. It was like, Rand, we can and we will, and you're gonna deal with it. I think this is where he's finally like wholeheartedly submitted to them. Like, all right, fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Do
didn't.
what
because
you
he
gotta
because he
do.
even admits
Right.
to it. He's like, I would love it for that to happen, but I just don't think it's possible. And it's like, well,
He's
watch-
like,
Well, and also
Watch
he's like,
this.
"Y'all know what my fate is. You know how I'm going to
You
end
know,
up. Like,
right.
why would you tie yourself to that?" And they're like, "No, we get it. That part's not your choice. We know, and we still want to do this."
yeah.
true.
This
So-
part though, so the actual bonding and the moments thereafter was, man, I don't know.
Okay.
So I don't know how it hit you, Chris, but like obviously everybody reads from their perspective where they're at in life right now, but like from the man's perspective, especially one that's just been carrying a lot of weight for, and I'm not talking about physical weight, I mean like emotional weight. And for a lot of other people, that just don't fucking get it. I mean, I love my kids to death, and you never want your kids to know how hard you work for them, but there's that. And there's all the other people that I'm responsible for, or, receive the benefit of my labor, my work, and everything. And they just have no fucking clue how hard I work for that. And then if there's a moment where, any one of these people could just, with this bonding, just know the weight that I have. I mean, that would be, I don't know, but it was the way they responded and just seeing the pain that he's in, not just that one wound, but feeling everything he's gone through and being totally connected to his struggle. And like, they could barely handle it. They're like breaking down.
Yeah, I mean, Min even starts to cry, realizing all the pain. And then it's just funny that it's interesting that all the reactions, because like Min's really like, "Oh, Rand, how?" And then Avienda's like,
he is the car.
You handling
She's
all
laughing
this
and crying at the same time.
like
Yeah,
like from
Like,
the
just
IO
couldn't
culture,
believe
like being
somebody
that
this strong.
Yeah,
right. Oh,
And she's like, in the gold threads, they
gold-
all
veins
are
of gold, the
even.
veins
the
of
veins
gold.
of gold. They're all even. You do really love us all equally.
oh,
No. Yeah,
I don't know. It was a very touching moment.
it was.
I wonder if they're gonna carry that through to the TV show. Are we ready?
I mean,
for
they
a
said they're gonna have the polyamory. It's I don't think it's gonna be more polyamory than polygamy. I think it's what they said. So like not so much marriage, but just kind of like open couple kind of. I don't know.
I know Avienda is already trying to scratch with your
Elaine.
boy.
Oh. What?
What's his name? I always forget his name. That one character you like, Chris.
Perrin?
Oh yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, no, he was trying to pawn him off on Banshee in last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it Bane's not gonna be happy that you're married? Change.
Oh,
She
yeah.
had more care.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one won't care that you're married. She won't care.
When I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, what do I think of that?"
I know they're trying to hint to that also the IO culture of like the sister wives and everything like that, and
Yeah.
kind of, that's their culture.
It was a great nod.
So sister.
It was a great nod to the women also having freedom with their loins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why would you do that? Because it feels good and makes me happy. Why do anything?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I had an itch, so I scratched it. What freak kind of
Yeah.
question is that?
So then after all this, that's when Elaine's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take Rand by myself because I'm gonna share something that the other women have had that I haven't had a chance to yet." And then we switch to Min's point of view as Elaine asked Rand to take off her dress. Yeah, we switched to Min.
We're gonna call her Min Wobble Knees
Yeah.
or bow-legged Min.
Yeah. Well, so they know what's about to happen, but they don't know how it's going to transpire
Impact.
through the
I don't think
bond.
they gave that any thought. That should have happened before they bonded, and then they could have shared in it all together.
They gotta get
Yeah.
used to it anyhow. I mean, it's gonna.
Well, that's true. I just feel bad for Brigitte. Like
I
she's
shouldn't
out
laugh, but
She's out with the boys having a drink. All of a sudden, she's like, "Oh, and they're like, "Oh, what?" And she's
Wait a
like,
minute.
I gotta go."
oh no,
She's
she
like,
isn't.
Oh, she's running. Her body's reacting. She's like, "That."
The rest of
Yeah.
the episode, this is going to be on repeat.
Straight giggity. Just leave it up.
Just leave it up.
Well, here's the serious question. Okay, so among Elaine, Avienda, and Min, they didn't have the very direct conversation, but we can safely assume there's some form of consent there, and they've given each other some tools to try and get it out of their mind, even though it doesn't work.
It works
But
for Avienda.
but no consent requested or given with Brigitte.
Yeah, and she gets. Oh, let's
And
talk
she's
about.
kind of
Brigitte.
forced.
Let's talk about Brigitte entering because I love it from Min's point of view. She comes walking down. She sees this woman that has her auras all around her, and immediately Min's like, "Holy
billion auras.
shit, you're Brigitte Silverbolt!" And she's like,
Going throughout time And there's always an ugly dude beside her, either older or
Yeah.
younger, but always an ugly guy. It's Rand.
Yeah. And Brigitte's upset. She's like, "How dare she do this while I'm right here?" Like, and she's about to like burst in. Like, they're like, "Don't do that. Don't interrupt." And
Yeah, and
Just
Min's
get-
just going
and,
super fan, and
yeah, and Aviana's like, "I need
Blocking.
Usquai. I need Usquai. Where's the alcohol?"
let's just get drunk. And Brigitte's like, I don't care. What's it? Wait, you got what?
Usquai.
Usquai?
Is that like
Grab this
bourbon?
to me, we can. Okay, let's give that a try. That's a fair
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah, Min's like,
Yeah.
"I saw you at Falm. You're Brigitte Silverberg is dead. I'm no longer her."
Yeah.
Which makes you really think, like, is she still in there? Like, what do we need for the catalyst to happen? And then she like regains whatever awesome, amazing power. Did she have power to begin with, or is it just she's that good with a bow? Like
She's that
this,
good.
this is one of those moments that confuses me.
She's pretty good at the best staff.
I think I'm happy for her if she's truly losing all the memories of all of the many lifetimes, or even if it's just her making the decision that I'm going to block that out and stop trying to live up to this legend, and I'm just going to be me. Because when you think about it, in all of her other lifetimes, she did all these fantastic things just being her, not being focused on being this legend. You know, I think for Brigitte to work, she's got to shake that shit off, not try to live up to this hype, and just be herself in the moment. That's what makes her her. So I like it.
Well put. I love how Avian is just in the corner, totally me. Like everybody's like arguing, having a bad time. Like, guys, drinks. Let's just go drink.
All this could get fixed with a little bit of alcohol.
Let's go
Or
get drunk,
wasting
guys.
time here. That's about right. That's
Yeah.
And the whole time they feel the glowing ball getting larger, consuming all else.
ooh. And Min, as she's sensing it, going, "Holy shit! This is what this guy is feeling when he's with me." Oh yes, that's so.
That's what she said.
That tea. Yeah, so this is going to be a thing, I guess, for a while.
Yeah. So yeah, finally they all agree to go get drunk together, just
Yep.
to clear their mind, as all of them are experiencing this in their own way. So interesting.
And just for y'all young folks out there, people perhaps struggling with it, just know we're not saying that alcohol is the answer to everything. We're just saying that Alan always suggests alcohol in even the worst situations. That doesn't mean that is the answer. Twice now in my life, I've talked to Alan at a very bad point in my life. And he was kind enough to just let there be silence for a little bit. And when he thought there was enough silence and the conversation was ready to move on, he was like, do you want to come over and drink? I'm like, no, that's like the last thing I should be doing right now. He's like, that's all I can think of. I have no idea how else to help you here.
I got about tequila. You want to take shots?
He's like, I had a problem like this once, and alcohol worked. Do you want to give that a whirl? No. I mean, yes, but no.
That's what I do. It's how I solve my problems, right?
Thanks, buddy.
Plenty of times. That's it's never the answer. It's not the answer. As once Jim Gaffigan told me one time, alcohol's not the answer. True story. Were you there that night when Jim Gaffigan hung out with us?
If I was already drinking and don't recall.
It was with Patrick and Michael. I was there. This was a long time ago. It was at the Old Schooners, and he had done a stand-up comedy at the Ferguson across the street.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think I was there.
And we had been drinking at Schooners all night long, and then he like walks in with his little entourage, and like I recognized him, but I didn't put. You don't expect that to see someone like that in a local bar. So I was like, looked familiar. So like I actually just was drunk enough. I just walked up to him and was like, dude, you look really familiar. He's like, oh, my name is Jim Gaffigan. I was like, oh, I do know you. He's like, oh, did you get my show tonight? I was like, no, I was drinking. I was like, alcohol's not the answer, man. I was like, well, that was the answer tonight, and not to go and see your show. Yeah, then he called Pat a metrosexual predator, which was great.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was great. It's a good night.
Quick read.
Good old Jim Gaffigan. Yeah, we ended up drinking with him all night long until he ran off to go to a different bar because he heard it was hopping. And he came back like an hour later, and he's like, "Dude, why'd you tell me not to go to that bar?" And I was like, because you didn't ask. And he's like, "Yeah, there's just a ton of cougars there." And I was like, "Could have told
You
you
go
that."
to Sandbar?
He went to the old Middies.
Oh.
Yeah,
They call
Yeah.
it old middies for a reason.
Yeah.
it's no longer exists
Yeah.
anymore. Oh yeah, I was like, "Why you get there?" Like,
Right.
yeah. Just feel gross going in there. Anyway,
Yeah, there's a lot of towns where people will tell you, oh, the different places are hit or miss, but there's a real danger in Newport News. The hits are hits, the misses are misses.
You just don't go. Like, yeah, Sandbar's another good example. No one told me to go to Sandbar. That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The only time I
Sketchy
go to
locals.
Sandbar is when I'm extremely drunk and someone suggests, I'm like, yeah, let's go to Sandbar. And then I
Yeah.
always regret it. I always
Like,
think
it's a horrible idea, but
what-
yes.
Why am I here? Like, once I'm there, I'm like, this was a horrible idea, guys. Like, why are we here? Like, we're gonna get stabbed before we leave this place.
Yep.
Probably.
Anyways, so sorry for anyone who loves that place who is from Newport News, listen to us. But it is what it is. So yeah, next morning, Elaine wakes up. Rand's left a pillow, a little lily in full bloom on the pillow.
Which she
and she's like,
encapsulates in such a way that it'll last forever, even with the
she's
the
like,
same
oh, but
proximity.
now I know where he is. I can feel him at all times. This is wonderful. And I do my little Mogedian spell they learned from this weekend to make it last forever. And that's kind of how we end this chapter.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cool.
If you go into a relationship expecting
Wait,
it,
did
and
we talk
needing it
about
to
the
stay
children?
same,
The children. Oh yeah, we did talk about the children. Yeah. So men had also that. I guess it was men. Yeah.
Was it a vision or like so? It happened so fast.
I don't know. I think
Avienda is gonna have 4 kids,
4
Yeah,
kids.
well, she
Yeah.
first like
2 sets
she
of
felt
twins or
Elaine
something.
really
She's
getting
gonna have
into the heat of it,
quadruplets.
and
But hers
she's
are gonna
like,
be evil.
Elaine is no, she didn't say that. They're gonna be different. Elaine is gonna have a boy and a girl, and they're gonna be strong. I think we actually said this is gonna happen, so we need that to actually happen. That'll be another steak dinner
Mhm.
from
Mhm.
Zool.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
So-
then
So this one time with Elaine is going to create twins.
yes,
We got that. Yeah.
but then Avienda is supposed to have 4 at the same
Quad-
time,
yeah.
and they're going to be different. She didn't say they're not going to be healthy and strong, but they're going to be different in some
Yeah.
way.
Men wondered whether to tell her what she had seen. Avienda would have Rand's babies, 4 of them at once. Something odd about that, though. The babies would be healthy, but still something odd.
They're gonna be like a group of like super emo
It's gonna be
kids.
like Luz Theron.
Yeah,
and
and
then
then
I don't
with-
want to. I don't want to save
and
the
with-
world, Dad.
With Elaine, she'll get child from this. 2 of them, a boy and a girl, both healthy and strong.
Nice.
And then also there's the
and then
images
she's like, I
that
wonder if
flicker
I'm going to
around
have any.
down Brigida. So what was those? Thousands that seem cascading over one another. Yeah, the
Always
ugly
with
man.
the,
and
ugly man.
Ugly man. One was older, one was younger. But men knew it was the same man.
Mm-hmm.
With their boyfriend.
It's a boyfriend. So yeah, that's how we end this chapter with the a baby's being made. So kids, this is how babies are made. You give a flower afterwards. So
Yeah.
And you let all your closest friends in on it. to
You
experience
help
it
your
with you.
friend undress, and then you feel warm balls of light.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And if anybody feels awkward and uncomfortable, you just force alcohol on them.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not the answer, guys.
No,
No.
it works for me.
No.
Tequila
Okay.
does magic.
Alan, I don't know what to do in this situation. Why is there liquor in my? Oh, everything's getting better. It's all starting to make sense now.
So here's the question: what order are they born in?
First to last.
Because remember, we were saying Avienna's already pregnant, even though we have no real indication that that's the
Yeah.
fact.
That's been a while since you guys predicted
It's been
that.
a while.
That's a couple of books ago.
Yeah.
I think it's been more
well,
than 9 months since the Igloo scene. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying. And what is going to be odd about these kids? 4 at one time. Maybe they're Siamese twins.
Or maybe they're like telepathically connected. You know, where like one of them starts the sentence, then the next one does a few words, the next one does a few words, then they all in unison finish the sentence together. Or like they have to be linked to be able to channel, but when they do, they're super powerful.
Oh, yeah.
Just
We
spitballing
guess
here.
we'll find out. I think Matt's going to come back soon, too.
Who?
Exactly.
So there's a boy and a girl.
Splat?
Matt
So
and Jones.
so is Rand, Anakin, and Elaine, Padme. The 2 kids are Luke and Leia.
Hmm. And
Star Wars
Nynaeve.
But
Nynaeve
down there
is
with the
still,
quadruples coming.
No, Nynaeve is still Anakin. Remember that from the early
Nynaeve's still
episode
Anakin.
with
Okay.
delusions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, you get
also
back
someone pointed
in
out
the real world.
Olivia, she's gone as well, which is sus. Yeah, the Sean Chen Damane.
Yeah. Super sus.
She disappeared the same time everybody else did. She's a dark
Mhm.
friend.
Sounds good. Well, that's all I got. You got some favorite characters?
Men, bow-legged men, wobbly knees men. Can't stand up straight for a couple of days, men.
Okay.
What's that wheelchair here for, Rand? Your grandma been visiting? No, that wheelchair is for you, man. For me? What do you mean for me?
All right. So men it is. How about you, Chris?
Oh wait, how far do they read before they can hear the theory? What theory?
How far did the read before? I don't know
Oh,
if
you got my attention. Wait, what?
Now I'm curiosito.
It's hard but slightly pleasant being keeper of secrets.
I think it's the
I
next
can't
chapter.
say the
Okay.
full theory yet because they haven't gotten it yet. Wait,
Okay.
wait,
Next chapter.
wait.
Wait, now I feel like they're messing with us. If Zool is in on this, then they're messing with us.
Nah, Zool's in on it, and there's something serious that she wants shared, and she's excited.
Oh, and they're all hyping up the next episode, which means it's going to be boring chapters.
We'll
They're
get
all
there.
going to laugh.
We still need next episode will be next episode's gonna be fun. That is true.
Okay, Chris, favorite character? Who you got?
Oh, the Wayfinder chick that was bold enough and brave enough to request to be made an Aes Sedai.
I like
Like,
it. She's
she
trying to
wa-
make her own path.
Yeah, she's trying to make her own path. She's trying to get away from 5 generations. Now, mind you, they said it's hard enough for there to be a single generation of competent channelers, and here they've had 5 generations of Wayfinders that have had high rankings because of their power. So I didn't want that to be lost in the notes here, because clearly the Wayfinders have got more strength than we know. But then for her to want to get from underneath all of the politicking that's happening between her mom and her aunt and her cousin and her auntie grandmama and everybody else, like, I'm proud of her for stepping out and doing that. Yeah, reverse nepotism.
Random question. We haven't heard about male channelers that come from the Sea Folk, have we?
Now most
Not
cultures
yet.
kill their mad channelers or do something.
But
like
that's the thing, that they haven't talked about it at all. Maybe they do something different.
that. Yeah.
Maybe they have a way of helping them.
Mm.
Maybe there's some selective breeding going on that's
I
encouraging
mean, with the
these
Shan,
generations of
there's
funerals.
probably a lot of breeding.
I don't know.
I think that's a good pick, Zul, for me. My favorite character, Talon, the Seafoot character, just because it's really close to Tom
Tell
Hanks.
them that.
He's like tall and tall and
Catch up.
Gotcha.
Skinny mustard. Yeah. Sounds good. So next week we're doing 3 chapters. 1, 2, 3.
3.
13, 14, and 15.
What are they
Ooh.
called? Give me the title.
All right. So the first
Back.
10, a wonderful news.
That's it. That's got to be the one where we find out he's alive.
And
No.
that's a Kyrian. That's a house. That's the rising sun. So a picture of the rising sun. It's and then we have what the veils hides. What the veil hides, and it's the Shanshan bug masks. And then finally we have in need of a bell founder, and we have dice. In that chapter.
Oh.
Matt!
Yeah.
Oh, Matt, oh, buddy, oh, pally, the Matt, come here. I missed you, buddy. Oh.
We have a Shan chapter right before a Matt chapter. It may not be great for him.
Oh, I'm still excited. Even if he's in chains and bondage. I mean, it's Matt. He'll like it. He's gonna be like, this is great.
He's right. Yes, daddy.
Oh, thank you, Matt. Have another.
So yeah.
Why am I enjoying this?
So yeah. So we have in need of a bell founder.
I don't know what it's all about, but Matt's back. That's all I care about.
Maybe.
Matt attack is back, Jack.
So what the veil hides? So like veil, like a wedding veil,
Mm-hmm.
not VAL, VEIL. And wonderful news. So wonderful news.
All right.
Those are the chapters.
I'm excited. You said
Okay.
Matt.
I said dice. I did not say Matt. I
Right.
said dice.
Same, but different.
Same.
Matt.
Yeah. It's Matt's funeral.
Oh, Matt.
Mm,
Oh, gosh.
It's Matt's funeral. That's
yeah.
it's, anyway, so yeah.
Still
So,
going to
guys-
be a Matt chapter. He just won't say much.
So you're excited. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we sign off?
Nope.
Okay. How you can be found is at our website, thewillreads.com, which does work after many, many weeks of not working. Let me just double check that. to make
I have
sure
trust
before-
issues now, Alan. Yeah, verify.
thewillreads.com. And it works. It came right up. All right. So,
Hey.
so yeah, go check it out, thewillreads.com, where you can find links to all of our fun stuff, such as our episodes. You can find our store from there. You can also click a little button called Donate, where it'll take you to things like Patreon, where you can sign up for that to get all sorts of cool stuff, such as live reactions, which we got to do one of those for this book. I haven't found the chapter. Maybe next. No, I don't know if this week will work for me. I'm so busy this week. Maybe after I settle down next couple of weeks, we can do a live reaction to something. I'll figure out a chapter. I'll put a poll out and see what people want. I know the last chapter of this book we're gonna do a live reaction, but we can do another one between there. Yeah. So yeah, go like us, subscribe. So that's all I got.
Until next time.
Peace.
Okay, bye.